Washington, it's Husky Stadium. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington, Husky Stadium, is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The give on the inside. Turning it on. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Williams. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
It'll be 3rd and long. Williams will pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
They booted away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and look for room. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Grabbed behind the line. It's McCoy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Takes it on the return. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's a give to Washington. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Sends it back in motion. 3rd down from the gun, Williams. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Shakes off the defender. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Husky. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, I absolutely love this, man. I love offenses that stay aggressive. Like, yes, you could have kicked the field goal. Obviously, the longer the field goals get, man, the least amount of percentages you make. Stay aggressive. Keep it in your offensive hands. And I love the physicality up front on that 4th down.
But defense, we have got to find a way to get that guy on the ground. That is poor tackling. It's poor run defense. It's one thing in that situation to give up a 1st down, fine. You can't let him take it to the house. For an explosive run like that, that is a backbreaker if you're on defense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hughes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football?
Could be an alley. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Grabbed over the middle. It's McCoy. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Cardinals will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Here's Brown. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Here's Williams to throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's loose at the... Here's a little room there. All the way. Touchdown, Huskies.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch it, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Hughes. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
On third down, here's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Throwing, Williams. The sure hands, it's Washington. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And down he goes. The defense defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. They'll move the tight end. Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab. Runs through a man. He might have some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period will be a second down. Running inside. It's Washington. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. Williams. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Looking to move the change, Washington now on fourth down. Williams to throw for it on fourth. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Touchdown, Washington. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Give him 3 touchdowns in this game, and now up to 8 on the season.
And what a great play call there on fourth down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that fourth down play for a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Jennings. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
4 wide receivers set, trips to the left on 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And the Cardinals want to move quickly.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop him. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Makes the catch. It's McCoy. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Throws to the tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Williams. Moving out to the right. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man on the right. It's a seam wide open. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And, man, that's a really good job by this quarterback. Seeing the spacing, running back starts to creep down the field. He delivers it to him, and, man, is he fun to watch. That dude catches the football. Everybody in here holds his breath because he can take it the distance, starts chewing up yards, and makes the big play for this offense.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Here's Williams to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing, Williams. Right on the money. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Here's a give to Washington. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quarterback making adjustments. Williams. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Williams will pass. Firing to the right, complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there, and now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Motion from the wide receiver. Powers through the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Louisville calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Williams. Quickly out to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Huskies will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. 4th down, Williams. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this could be really huge for this defense, man. You got put in a horrible spot. You can complain, you can whine, you can, if you want to. It ain't going to help nothing. Like, they do a great job being ready for the pass on first down. Now, 2nd down and goal. They've got to bow their necks. They got to find a way to continue.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Quick strike through the air for the score.
The textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Here's Williams to throw. Throws it deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with UAB taking on the number 17 team, the Navy Midshipmen. And it's the Blazers with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Got enough for the first. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Cardinals have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Hand off, Isaac Brown. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And I want to be a team that can run the football and be physical, especially on 2nd and inches, buy myself some space, coming out of my own territory. The defense met the physical challenge. Now 3rd and inches, this offense needs to be more physical.
Again, it's Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
On those 3rd and short, sometimes, man, they can stress you as a defense, right? Like, they put more speed on the field, so I kind of match that personnel and put more speed, but I got to be focused on that run, the physicality. You know they want to run the football, and they did not have success as this defense. Maybe I adjust and play a little bit more physical in the next 3rd down and short.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. Got room at the 35. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this has been a fun one to watch, guys. This is quarterback play at a high level. It's fun to watch guys that are executing, that are going through their progressions, making big play after big play. Both these guys, you got to tip your cap because the quarterback play so far today has been absolutely outstanding.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Immediately fires to the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Hand off for Brown. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Brown again. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing, Williams. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to Washington again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. He's got it down the middle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Fires and picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Rush is on him. Complete to the right. Makes the grab and room to run. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Got a little grass. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive.
Catch and stride inside the 15. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. A designed run for the quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He will not get there as the defense stops him again. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. One more time, it's Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And the extra point was good. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Lawson. Picked up 8 yards there. 3rd down and 2.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Williams. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Really, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here's a heat. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
A give to Brown. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He lost one down the sideline. Touchdown, Louisville! A great catch and run for 6. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Takes the easy one to the back. At the 35, he's open. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
They'll give it to Washington. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Finds his tight end. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Williams to throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Hauls it in. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Hand off, Isaac Brown. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. It's complete.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll run with Brown. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cardinals! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't.
Caught, and he's got room. Run out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and boy, that changes everything on this drive. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Williams. That's caught. It's Lawson.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the...
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. And the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the 4th quarter.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about them.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Stopped at the 46-yard line. But